Well, hey there, and welcome back for another Secondhand Opinions video. I'm Jason Alderman, the internet's favorite fat-mouthed fat-ass, bringing you fat stacks of fucked facts. Donald Trump has a problem. There is one glaring issue that I'm surprised not a lot of people have been talking about. And when they do, they're kind of missing the point, I think. There's a lot of bandying around that Donald Trump is doing good for America. I just wish he wasn't such a potty mouth. I wish he wasn't so uncouth. I wish he was more becoming and befitting the stature of the person holding the position of president. The trouble is, Donald Trump is as American as apple pie. And if you think I'm wrong, I think you're still missing the point. I think Donald Trump and all of his unclean speech is Americana at part of its best, and a piece of Americana, American history, American culture. Far too many of us are obviously neglected in, haven't witnessed or experienced, and haven't come to understand the purposes, reasoning behind the humor thereof, of the absolute truth, and the fact that the rude American isn't just a trope or a stereotype. It's a consequence of generations of oppression crashing into these two concepts right here.
With liberty and justice.
With liberty and justice for all.
With liberty and justice for all.
For all.
Americans seem to have forgotten what these two words mean, so I'm going to let this gentleman remind you.
With liberty, which is freedom, the right of power to live one's own life without threats, fear, or some sort of retaliation. And justice, the principle or qualities of dealing fairly with others. For all. For all, which means, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine.
What the uncouth dynamic in Donald Trump's persona is doing, what it really is showing you, is that this is part of America. There's a reason for it. And it's okay to impart this personality type when it is warranted, especially when it comes to defending America, because this attitude is what happens when people are given access to freedom after long-standing tyranny. They say, nope, you don't get to make the rules for me anymore. And I get to, within reason, dictate what is acceptable behavior for me. What kind of car I drive, what kind of food I grow, what kind of school I put my kids in, etc. And you don't have the right to tell me anything else about it. And if you feel that that is unacceptable, come and change it. Dare you. That was the Boston Tea Party. And all of that freedom instilled and ingrained in the men and women and children of America at a certain point in time leads to this sort of patriotism. dirty, distorted, unclean. Sure, it's pure America, baby. And if you've forgotten it, here's your daily dose. Well, alright, everybody, let's all keep pretending like our opinions matter and leave that shit in the comments below. And remember, this is BitChute, YouTube, and all social media blah blahs, so do all things.
I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all of my worldly goods to give without self-pity, allegiance, my love and my devotion to the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of freedom. Wherever she waves, there's respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts freedom is everybody's job. United, that means that we have all come together. States, individual communities that have united into 48 great states, 48 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose, all divided with imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common purpose, and that's love for country. And to the republic, a state in which sovereign power is invested in representatives chosen by the people to govern. And government is the people, and it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people, for which it stands. One nation, meaning so blessed by God, indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power to live one's own life without threats, fear, or some sort of retaliation. And justice, the principle or qualities of dealing fairly with others. For all, which means, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine.